One of the problems of having too much information. Hey guys, welcome back to 5nothing100nothing.com. I am Fugget, the fittest underdog guru using intelligent tactics. Guys, we live in a time when there is so much information out there, right? It's at the click of a mouse that you can get all kinds of information, more than you can ever consume, digest, process, or utilize. And there's a balance between head knowledge and wisdom or experience. And I heard it said the other day, there's a difference between knowing that a tomato is a fruit and whether or not it goes in a fruit salad. And that's wisdom. Wisdom is knowing where it goes. So you got to be careful with all this information out there, that you're not just consuming more information, more facts, more figures. Because while that's important, at some point it's got to be utilized. And that's like having a degree in whatever chosen field you're in, and then actually working in that job. And a lot of people will tell you that the things they learned in school gave them a foundation, gives you a basic understanding. But then when you go to apply it, it's not like it was in the books, right? It's not black and white, it's not color by number, etc. And one of the things that happens, the more information you have, and I've discussed this before, like the circle of knowledge, right? So you have a circle, and inside of it you have written circle of knowledge. It's all the things you know. Outside of that circle is the circle of questions. And as your circle of knowledge increases, the circle of questions increases as well. And so with more information, you're always going to have more questions. Not everything is cut and dry. Like when you're growing up, the world is black and white. You want to know what the best, what the worst. Is this good? Is this bad? And you start to get frustrated at a certain age of development when you realize that a lot of questions you have are being thrown back at you with more questions for you to qualify exactly what it is that you're specifically asking about. Because everything has its time, its place. It's like having the perfect recipe. You have to have a measure of this, a measure of that. If you find out baking soda is important in a chocolate chip cookie, you don't throw the whole box of baking soda in, it ruins it. And it's confusing. Growing up, it's very confusing. But the actually application of the knowledge you have, gaining that experience and the knowledge based on the experience, to then acquire more knowledge and then apply that, is what's going to keep you growing. And there's never this epitome, this place where we've arrived. We're always a work in progress if you want to work the process. So cut yourself a little bit of slack, but not so much slack that you just throw the baby out with the bathwater, as they say. Continue to learn, continue to grow. Yeah, there's a lot of information out there. The cream eventually rises to the top. And if you look through history, there was always mistakes made. And we usually look at it in hindsight and realize why, and then wonder why that was ever a thing. Because it's based on experience. You learn that this is a bad way to go for society, for health and fitness, for beauty, for television, whatever it is, right? Music. But when you're in it, you don't know, because you're applying it, figuring it out, and then course correct. And that's painful, but that's kind of the way the world works. So instead of fighting it, you need to learn to submit to that process, and that it's okay. It's going to be okay to make mistakes. It's okay for others to make mistakes. It's good to learn from the mistakes. It's good to grow. It's good to progress. But it's a cycle. And if you're basing your happiness and having everything figured out, then you're going to be miserable because you're never going to have it all figured out. But hopefully you have it a little more figured out every day. And when you enjoy knowing that that's when you can accept that that's what life is, you're going to be a lot happier because you're going to accept the good times, the bad, the victories you have, the shining moments, and also some of the defeats, because the defeats make you stronger. They develop calluses, they make you tough, and you learn from it. So